Go.com for a link for tickets. Here's what Chuck Schumer is now saying about illegal immigrants. Here's what he is now saying now about illegal immigrants.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
So he's not saying immigrants, he's saying illegal immigrants. So that's exactly what I've been saying. As soon as the workers and the labor start and the unions start to get a little bit of their power back, which is what's happening right now. They just had a successful strike for the longshoremen. Starbucks are being effectively organized for unions. People are starting to get, most of the workers live paycheck to paycheck. Half the country can't afford a house. Half the country can't afford a $400 emergency. So now that workers are finally starting to get a little bit of their power back, Chuck Schumer comes out and says we have to embrace undocumented immigrants. What another term for that is illegal. And you know why I know that another term for that is? Because Chuck Schumer used to say you shouldn't call them undocumented, you should call them illegal. You think I'm kidding? Here's what Chuck Schumer used to say.
American people are fundamentally pro-legal immigration and anti-illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is wrong, plain and simple. Until the American people are convinced that we will stop future flows of illegal immigration, we will make no progress on dealing with the millions of illegal immigrants who are here now.
Here it comes.
And on rationalizing our system of legal immigration.
Here it
It's
comes.
plain and simple and unavoidable. When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration, which the American people overwhelmingly oppose. If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it. I think it is illegal and wrong.
That's what he used to say. That's what he used to say. Now he says we need to welcome them because we don't have enough workers. I've had more than one money guy, economist, come on the show and say the official unemployment rate is bullshit. They don't count the unemployment rate like they used to count in the 80s. If they did, the unemployment rate would be somewhere around 15 to 20%. That's what I've had economists on this New York Times best-selling economist say on this show. And so now that workers are starting to organize and get a little power, they just want to strike. Now Chuck Schumer's out there saying we need to welcome 11 million illegal aliens. He used to call them illegal aliens, and he said, shame on you for calling them undocumented. Well, now that's what he does. Here he is. Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here. That's quite a shift. You know who else used to say that? Bernie Sanders. Listen to what Bernie Sanders used to say when they would ask him about open borders.
Open borders. That's a Koch brothers proposal. The idea, of course. I mean, that's a right-wing proposal, which says essentially there is no United States.
But it would make a lot of global poor richer, wouldn't it?
And it'd make everybody in America poor. Then you're doing away with the concept of the nation state. And I don't think there's any country in the world which believes in that. If you believe in a nation state, or in a country called the United States, or UK, or Denmark, or any other country, you have an obligation, in my view, to do everything we can to help poor people. What right-wing people in this country would love is an open border policy. Bring in all kinds of people who work for $2 or $3 an hour. That would be great for them. I don't believe in that. Open borders.
What in the hell happened to the Democratic Party? Oh, I know. They're in the pocket of Wall Street and corporations, and they want to flood the country with cheap labor. That's what they're doing. They sanction they sanction South Central American countries, make those people desperate, have them come here and undercut our labor. That's what they did in Haiti. You know, Hillary Clinton was the one who got the minimum wage in Haiti cut in half. Hillary Clinton. The Democrats are doing this. I'm not saying the Republicans aren't. I'm saying it's Donald Trump who wants to close the border. And then they make him out to be a racist. They all used to say the same thing up until 5 seconds ago. What changed? Oh, workers started to get a little bit more power, and the donor class started coming down on the Democrats to open the border and demonize anybody who wants to have. Bernie Sanders said, well, if you don't have a border, you don't have a nation. That's what Trump says. That's what they demonize Trump for saying. If you don't have a border, you don't have a country. That's what Bernie Sanders used to say. That's what Chuck Schumer used to say. Isn't that amazing? They are coming after the American worker. That's what this is about. This is about people aren't joining the military, so we're going to get illegal immigrants in here so we can join the military, and we'll give them a path to citizenship if they join our military. That's not me saying that. That's Senator Dick Durbin said that on the floor of the Senate. Say we're not meeting our recruiting goals. We have to let immigrants into our military. I'm pretty sure that there's a what famous country fell that way? I don't know. You have to roam all over to figure out. Oh, that's right. These people are on purpose hollowing out America and decimating the American worker. They've already hollowed out the middle class. And they ain't stopping. And they're doing it under the virtue signal of we want to help poor immigrants. No, what they want to do is screw over America. Right now, in New York, they're giving illegal immigrants $3,000 on a debit card a month. They're only going to give $700 to the people in the hurricane. I hope you see what's happening. I hope you see when you see Bernie Sanders say that, and you hear him say that. By the way, I liked him better when he had less hair. Now he's got more hair. Let's listen to what he said before. Let's listen to what he said one more time.
American people are fundamentally pro-legal immigration and anti-illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is wrong, plain and simple. Until the American people are convinced that we will stop future flows of illegal immigration, we will make no progress on dealing with the millions of illegal immigrants who are here now and on rationalizing our system of legal immigration. That's plain and simple and unavoidable.
Plain and simple.
When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration, which the American people overwhelmingly oppose. If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it.
You're not going to say it.
I think it is illegal.
He thinks
and
it is
wrong.
illegal. He doesn't think that anymore. He doesn't think that anymore. Now he thinks they're undocumented and we need them for their life. They've been telling people for years to reduce how many babies. That's why they want abortion legal. They want less Americans. That's one of the big reasons. I'm all for a woman's right to choose. But now they're pro-abortion.
Now more than ever.
Now more than
we're
ever.
short of workers.
Really?
We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented are here.
However many illegal immigrants there are. However there are. Screw legal immigration. Let's embrace illegal immigration. Again, this is not me demonizing the immigrant. This is me demonizing the oligarchy that opens the border, makes those people desperate, and then floods our country with cheap labor. People more desperate. So now workers can fight against poor people. That's exactly what they want. They want you to hate the poor, someone in a more desperate situation than you are, because they're all run by greedy economic hitmen capitalists. And if you find yourself, you shouldn't be angry at the immigrant. You should be angry at this motherfucker. You should be angry at the people who are allowing the border to be open and demonizing anybody who wants to have rational immigration. You should also be angry at the economic hitmen and the capitalists, the corporations that then put sanctions on countries like Venezuela to make their people in economic pain, so they're desperate enough to come to this country to work for slave wages. And Haiti, the same thing with Haiti, the same thing with Venezuela. We're the ones, it's the oligarchs that are doing that. Don't be angry at the immigrant, be angry at the oligarch. Because workers are finally getting to have a little bit of power in this economy. And guys like Chuck Schumer are making sure they cut the legs right. So it was Bill Clinton did NAFTA. Bill Clinton did NAFTA, which cut the legs underneath, from underneath workers for a generation or two. And now they're flooding the country with, so they're not exporting the jobs anymore. They've exported all the jobs they can export. So now they're going to make people desperate and import the desperate people to undercut the wages here. What's happening in this country is criminal. And I hope somebody smarter than me knows how to start a real revolution, because that's what we need in this country. Not a bullshit riot like January 6th. We need a real revolution. Hey, we all have two ages, our true age and our biological age. Our biological age suggests how healthy or unhealthy